Let's take a look at the secondary for the Browns, comparing 2019 and 2020. Let's take a look at what you have. This is the depth chart on the line. Myles-Garrett, same as 2019 and 2020 will be the same in Myles-Garrett, Larry Ogunjobi, Sheldon Richardson, and Olivier-Vernon. And Chad Thomas is there, Deborah Lawrence, Daniel, you pronounce it. I'll wait and see if he makes the team before I learn how to pronounce it. And Chris Smith. We wish you a Merry Christmas, by the way.
Well done.
Thank you. Let's go to 2020, same front line. Thomas, Billings, Jordan Elliott, and Adrian Claiborne, who just recently signed with the Cleveland Browns. That's the defensive line for 2020. And then let's go to the backfield. We'll take a look at who's back there. And, you got there you go, the linebackers, rather. Last year, 2019, was Gerard Avery, Joe Schobert, Christian Kirksey. Then you have Darius Taylor, sione-takitaki, and mack-Wilson, who is going to get a lot of playing time this year. Now let's look at the 2020, and there you have the Sam linebacker is Jacob-Phillips, followed by Willie Harvey. Then you've got Takitaki, followed by B.J. Goodson, mack-Wilson, and Jermaine Grace. Round that out, and that's the 2020 linebacking situation, right? 2019 was this secondary. Denzel Ward, of course, T.J. Carey, Greedy Williams, and Terrence Mitchell, along with Morgan Burnett, Jermaine Whitehead, and Demarius Randall, and Eric Murray. Most of those guys are gone. Let's take a look at what they've got set up for the 2020. You still have Ward and Williams, and then you have Carl Joseph, who was signed as a free agent, Grant-delpit, who, of course, just drafted in the second round, and there you see the rest of it. Terrence Mitchell is there, J.T. Hassel, and Andrew Sendejo rounded out. So, look on paper, Bud, looks pretty good, although the linebacking situation does not.
Yeah, I think if they're weak anywhere, that's it. And I've heard people argue that if you're going to be weak anywhere in the NFL in 2020, linebacker is not a bad place to scrimp a little bit.
Isn't it interesting that you talk about the linebacker situation that's changed, and the tight end is coming into more prominence in the league, and the Browns have their share of them.
Yeah, and so you would think defensively linebackers might be even a little more important, right? But I think the Delpit pick has a chance of really being a good pick for these guys. He seems to me to be a guy that, in trying to play through an injury, probably hurt his stock. Or not probably, did hurt his stock with scouts. So you like to give a guy the benefit of the doubt and give him a chance to see what he can do when healthy. And I think that's why they made that choice.
Yeah, I think you can overlook, you can project what the injury did to somebody. What you can't project is how they're going to be able to tackle in the NFL. And that's been the one downside that you hear about Delpit.
Yeah, and the other thing that probably sounded great to him, but we on this end have heard it so often before, is when they draft a guy and he immediately declares his position group the best in the NFL. You want guys to have confidence, obviously, and some bravado. But when you're on our end of it, you've heard it one or 12 too many times.
Yeah, and you wonder how he had time to check out each individual, 31 other teams,
right.
and rate them. So it's nice.
Exactly.
Nice that he thought that way.